3.
Quarterback, I wanna be Cadillac, a back up to the third string. I'm outside the box, ain't got no shot at the bullseye or the brass ring. Yeah, I heard it all, bet you thought.
Welcome to Pasadena, California. It's the Arroyo Seco Saints meeting the Academy Barons. Third time in the last 5 games these two teams have squared off as Alejandro Torres, the leadoff hitter, belts the ball to deep left field, and that one is gone. First pitch swinging for Alejandro Torres, his second RBI of the season, first home run. And 1 pitch in, the Barons lead this one 1-0.
Oh my, before we even get to settle into our seats, Torres belts one towards left field. And we've seen this happen before with the Saints here in Pasadena. Now have given up 2 leadoff home runs this year alone. So early in the year, we saw Casey Cummings do it earlier this year. Now Torres, it's just his second game of the year. I mean, he played his first game yesterday against the Ventura County Pirates in a 14-10 Barons win, and now gets on the board early. And we've seen Caleb Reyes really struggle here in the early going, and 1 batter in, already struggling here.
Caleb Reyes on the mound for the Saints. His last start, 4 innings, giving up 6 hits, 5 walks, 5 strikeouts, 3 walks. Quickly behind 1-0 as that one is fouled back. That's the center fielder for tonight, Zachary Freeman.
And Reyes, I mean, he's going to throw the fastball, slider, changeup. He's got a curveball too, maybe, that he can occasionally throw. That fastball's going to sit in the mid-80s, 86.1 average, slider 78 average, and the changeup at 81 miles an hour.
Is that one down low? The count now 2-1, as Freeman was the DH the last time these two teams played. Went 1 for 5 with 3 strikeouts. And in 2 games played so far against the Saints, 2 for 9 with those 3 Ks as well. So that one outside for ball 3.
Really interested to see how Reyes responds here in the early going. Just his 3rd start of the year, and we've really seen him struggle. I mean, the past 2 seasons for the Saints has been one of the best pitchers in this program, and now in his 3rd opportunity, this one gets lifted towards left field.
And that's 2 batters, 2 hits. There's a single to left field for Zachary Freeman.
Dylan Lena.
We'll bring up the shortstop for tonight, Dylan Lena, who is taking the place of Evan Cornwell, who was hit by a pitch on the ankle the last time these two teams played. Didn't play last night against the Pirates, out again tonight with that injury. We saw him gingerly walking to first and eventually taken out of the game for now first baseman for tonight, Andrew Kirchner. So that one on the outer half of the plate for ball 1.
We've seen Lena be so dangerous at times this year. I mean, the past 2 games has really come alive with 3 doubles, 4 RBIs. I mean, he's got 7 doubles in the CCL campaign, leads the California Collegiate League. Just a really big impact bat in the 3-hole tonight.
Held up on that check swing for ball 2. Lena, last game against the Saints, 2 for 4 with an RBI double. We talked about the 7 doubles he has in 13 games. Just 2 hits, both coming in that last game against the Saints, 2 for 8 against the team with 3 strikeouts as the 2-0. That one in there for strike 1. Seen the Saints starting pitchers really have issues with that first inning. It's now a handful of games that they've given up a run in the top half of the first.
I feel like it's been the trend all season long, especially early in games. Starters giving up early runs. Obviously, yesterday we saw 2 early runs of Fellows. Trajan Lee gave up a couple early runs earlier in the week when these 2 teams faced off in Compton. These teams probably will get sick and tired of each other. I mean, they're going to be facing each other a lot this season. 9 meetings between these 2 squads as Reyes went down awkwardly there, but threw the strikeout.
Next batter up for the Barons is number 26, Dylan Cordet.
It's a strikeout for Reyes.
pick off at first. Caleb Reyes to Ryan Scott.
It's the pickoff on Zach Freeman. That one outer half for ball 1. Count now 2-0 to Dylan Kordick. As that one in there for strike 1. That was a pickoff off Zach Freeman. So now 2 outs for Caleb Reyes. The Barons still leading 1-0 after that solo shot on the first pitch from Alejandro Torres. Reyes fires that one, swing and a miss for strike 2.
Reyes has looked a little bit more confident here after giving that solo shot to left on the first pitch he threw. Really attacking the zone well here. 2-2 now.
That one way inside. Count runs full.
He's wearing 31 for the first time this season. Came in wearing 37. The Saints bringing in a couple new guys. Reyes now given 31 on his back.
And the 3-2 from Reyes. He fires. That one swing and a miss. Strike 3. 2 strikeouts at the top of the first inning for Caleb Reyes. But now without some damage dealt from Alejandro Torres. Went to the bottom of the first inning. The Saints down by 1.
All right, hello and welcome everyone live from Jackie Robinson Field here in Pasadena. Evan Davis joined alongside Adam Beck, and it's the home opener for the Arroyo Seco Saints. Looks like it will hit into the gap. Yes, it will, and it will score a run off the glove of Pollock. That will score 2. It's quickly 4-0 at the top of the first inning for the Oaks. 3-1 offering, low and away for ball 4, and that will bring in the first run of the game. It's outside, ball 4. Fisher stumbling off the mound, and the Saints just finding any way possible to get some runs, and they've now walked in 2 with the Saints as a pass ball gets away. 5-2 lead for the Oaks. 2-1 offering, that one down the third base. Beltowski will fire that one across. And 1 out now, but the runners advance to now be 5-3. First and second as they connect again. Rio did get a great read on that, and it's over his head. Ground roll double, and this game is tied. The 1-1 offering is connected on. That's in the left field, and that'll do it. The Saints come back down 5-2, and Peter Wirth walks it off.
How about a 4 spot by the Oaks to start things off in the first inning? And how about a 4 spot in the bottom of the 9th for the Saints to end things in the 9th inning? What a game for this Saints
Welcome back to the bottom of the first inning, leading things off. Designated hitter for tonight, number 14, Jacob Shart, who has struggled a little bit at the plate as of late. Quickly headed the count 2-0 as that one's pelted up in the air. That'll be an easy play on the first out for Jack Burke. Nathan Mertens on the mound for
Cam Conley.
Academy Barons.
Burns in his second start of the season already has 2 appearances, 1.80 ERA. Last outing, June 16th against the Foresters a week ago. 4 innings pitched, 2 runs, 1 earned, 3 strikeouts, 1 walk. I mean, did a really good job only allowing 6 hits in those 4 innings. He's a guy that's been solid on the bump for this squad all season long in these 2 appearances with that sub-2 ERA. Cam Conley here in a big spot early on in this game, trying to kickstart this offense that finds itself in an early 1-0 hole.
Saints currently riding a 2-game losing streak as that one up high, swinging strike for Cam Conley. Quickly behind 0-2.
Conley on a 7-game hit streak, reached base in his last 9. And a lot of those have only been 1-hit performances, especially on that hit streak. He's the team leader in RBIs though, with 10, picked up 1 yesterday in Thousand Oaks in a tough loss for the Saints team.
It's the 1-2 set to fire, and that one on the outside part of the plate, strike 3. So Cam Conley goes down
Number
looking,
18,
and Mertens picks up his first K.
And you can just tell Cam Conley feeling a little frustrated with that call there. As soon as called strike 3, he's just shaking his head, unhappy with himself there. Had 2 strikeouts yesterday. And that's just the thing with Cam Conley. Comes up with big hits and big moments, but also finds a fair amount of strikeouts. Another one there to start his day off.
Nick Rosara stepping up to the plate, the catcher tonight, batting 3rd.
Batting .227 on the year with a .320 on base percentage, and on a little 3-game hit streak. Batting .333 in that span. Maybe things started to turn his way after a slow start to the season. And Compton earlier this week on Tuesday had almost a home run. I mean, it would have been extra base hits, but a really nice play by Zach Freeman in center field to get a hit away from Lazara.
Someone belted down first base side. Count now 1-2. Sorry, 2-2. Count even up. Mertens already 1 strikeout so far in this one.
Seems like the Saints continuing with the every other day with the backstops. Lazara getting the nod today after Burge went 2 for 3 yesterday with 2 RBIs. Didn't walk for the first time this season, though.
Yeah, the rarity of Burge not walking. As Mertens fires. Pitch underway. And that one is just slapped to the second baseman. That's Colin Taylor on to first in a 1-2-3 inning for Nathan Mertens. We'll head to the top of the second inning with the Saints still trailing 1-0.
All right, hello and welcome everyone live from Jackie Robinson Field here in Pasadena. Evan Davis joined alongside Adam Beck, and it's the home opener for the Arroyo Seco Saints. Looks like it will hit into the gap. Yes, it will, and it'll score a run off the glove of Pollock. That will score 2. It's quickly 4-0 at the top of the first inning for the Oaks. 3-1 offering, low and away for ball 4, and that will bring in the first run of the game. It's outside, ball 4. Fisher stumbling off the mound, and Saints just finding any way possible to get some runs, and they've now walked in 2 with the Saints as a pass ball gets away. 5-2 lead for the Oaks. 2-1 offering, that one down the third base. Beltowski will fire that one across. And 1 out now, but the runners advance to now be 5-3. First and second as they connect again. Rio did get a great read on that, and it's over his head. Ground roll double, and this game is tied. The 1-1 offering is connected on. That's in the left field, and that'll do it. The Saints come back down 5-2, and Peter Wirth walks it off.
How about a 4 spot by the Oaks to start things off in the first inning? And how about a 4 spot in the bottom of the ninth for the Saints to end things in the ninth inning? What a game for the Saints.
Welcome to the top of the second inning with Jack Burke leading things off. The Barons already up 1-0 as that one. Right to the shortstop, Lopez on to first. Out! Just barely got that as Jack Burke. A little unhappy. You could hear what he said from here.
Number 9.
But that's a really good defensive
Kirchner.
play by the Saints there. We've talked about their middle infield struggles all season long. Ryan Scott back to first base. Joey Donnelly getting the day off. And Scott, a natural first baseman, is able to make that play. Lopez throw a little bit maybe off the mark, but Scott able to adjust, does a nice job there. And we've mentioned Lopez's struggles, especially with 7 errors in 7 games played, but makes that strong throw over there. And the middle of the infield is really going to have to step up, especially with Easton Elliott over there at third base too. Second, shortstop and third base. Let's look at them defensively, see how they played that.
So Kirchner came in as a defensive substitution for Evan Cornwell the last time these two teams played. Went 0 for 1 in his lone at bat. He's count now evened up at 1-1.
Yeah, just let me know that because basically what's going to happen.
The Saints have been really struggling offensively during this 2-game losing streak as that pitch outside for ball 2.
You mentioned him coming in against the Saints the other day. Actually snapped a 7-game on-base streak in that one. Had a 5-game hit streak earlier this season too. He's got power in his bat, one of only 3 Barons with a home run this year.
As that swing and a miss, so the count evened up 2-2. 1 out here in the top of the second inning. Caleb Reyes on the mound, working with 2 strikeouts in this one. Earned run, 2 hits, as that one is smoked into the left center field gap. And that one will be a double for Andrew Kirchner. So a runner in scoring position now for Andy
Now down
Cisneros.
for the Academy Barons.
And we continue to see
Cerritos
this
College,
hard contact
number
off
31,
of Caleb Reyes.
Andy
We saw it in the
Cisneros.
first outing, a lot of hard contact. Now again today, more hard contact. Starting the game off with a home run to left field off the bat of Alejandro Torres, and now the double over there, and 1 out here for Andy Cisneros, who wasn't supposed to even play tonight, but getting the nod after the defensive substitution.
Cisneros struggling a little bit at the plate, 0 for his last 9.
Batting .087 on the year, 12 strikeouts.
4 RBIs in those 7 games as looks at the first pitch for strike 1.
And against the Saints the other day, it was a tough outing for him, 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts, did walk, so reached base in that one, but it's been tough going so far this season for Cisneros.
So the 0-1 outside, count evened up. Is Andrew Kirchner on second base. Reyes looking back on Kirchner. Now fire that one. Slap to third base. Easy play for Easton Elliott. Nice snag by Ryan Scott over there.
Defense over there with Scott at first base,
Two up
looking
next for the
good so
Barons.
far.
Number 27.
Elliott, not a
Aiden
natural third
Garcia.
baseman, getting the start here today instead of Josh Livingston. Remember, Tyler Gordon starting the game yesterday at third base and got banged up halfway into that game. Livingston had to come in, so got a couple plate appearances in that one, and now Elliott getting the nod today and making that throw over there. Not necessarily the most powerful arm over there at third base. Interested to see maybe how the Barons attack that if they try and look to put the ball his way.
Garcia didn't play in the last meeting against these two teams. Did play in the first game against the Saints. His last game against the Saints was that June 18th one at home, where he went 1 for 4 with 2 strikeouts, behind in the count 0-1 to start. Batting .267 on the season, and that one just down low for ball 1.
And now they're just getting away from Reyes. They're trying to attack the outer half of the plate, unable to get that pitch in there for a strike. Garcia on a 4-game hit streak, reached base safely in all 5 games he's played this season.
Will be going to Florida Atlantic University in the fall. At Golden West College previously from Covina, California. Is that one sent to left field? Peter Worth under that.
Fly out to
And
left
Caleb
field.
Reyes
Peter
gets
Worth
out of it
with the
unharmed.
catch,
The
out
Saints
3
head to the
and
bottom of the
leads
second
top
inning,
second.
still trailing by 1.
Is number 35, Ryan Scott.
Leading things off in the top or bottom of the second inning, number 35, Ryan Scott, who has really struggled coming into this game. See, the plate appearance is just not really what he's been looking for. He went 1 for 2 yesterday with that triple that just found that hole in right field, shallow right field. He ended up coming around to score, and the infamous ejection in the 7th inning. Still 10 strikeouts in his 20 at-bats.
But impressively, he's found ways to get on base. I mean, he's got on base 4 times in his last 9 plate appearances. And he's a guy that really has power in his bat when he gets a hold of one. Picked up an RBI yesterday on that triple, and really feel like that could have been a moment that maybe sparked something for him.
1-1, that one in there for strike 2. And that's Nathan Mertens on the mound. Already 1 strikeout so far in this one. Worked a 1-2-3 inning in the bottom of the first inning. Went 4 innings in his last start. As that one way up high, and the count back to even at 2-2. Scott will be a junior at Incarnate Word. Colony, Texas. 6'2" first baseman is that one upstairs. Count runs full.
It's a really good take right on that upper edge. Might have grazed the strike zone, but Scott, really good eye to lay off that one on the inner half of the plate.
3-2 offering from Mertens. That one connected to right field, easy play for Dylan Kordick. I apologize.
Number
Andy
7,
Cisneros.
Adrian Lopez.
This brings up Adrian Lopez, who really tough game yesterday, over 5, snapped a 5-game free base streak. But he's a really talented hitter in the middle of this lineup. I mean, this guy's got pop in his net. We've seen it against the Bears team before. Earlier this week on Tuesday, hit a 2-run shot to left field. I mean, it just feels like every other game for Lopez swings back and forth between him being really good offensively and really having a struggle. And yesterday was a struggle with that 0 for 5 performance. Maybe today, he's got that stuff.
Out of the count 1-0 as Mertens has gone 4 up, 4 down to start. And that one, slap back foul off the helmet of Garcia, so the count now 1-1. Lopez will now be at USC. He'll be a Trojan after last season at Long Beach State.
It's not that far of a drive, not far of a commute between those two schools.
So has to move his stuff up a little bit. It's the 1-1. That one in there on the outer half. Strike 2.
We've seen Lopez get into these deep counts, and only 1 and 2 in this count, but he's been able to battle. Just didn't even strike out yesterday in those 5 plate appearances, or did strike out once in those 5 plate appearances.
It's the 1-2. That one just a bit outside for ball 2.
It's a nice pitch on that outer half, breaking outside the entire way. Lopez lays off.
That's the 2-2. That one swing and a miss. Strike 3. Mertens picks up his second K of
Number
the
4,
evening.
Eli Watson.
Hey, talk about the lineup tonight for the Saints. With guys that have really struggled this season and struggled lately. I mean, you look at a guy like Nick Lazara, who maybe is starting to break out of a slump. Ryan's not still kind of in one, and then like Eli Watson still hasn't picked up his first hit of the season. Went 0 for 1 yesterday, coming in for Scott in right field.
First pitch connected on deep right field. Cisneros Jr. has it. And that's 6 up, 6 down for Nathan Mertens.
Right field.
Went to the top of the
Captain
3rd inning
Cisneros,
with the Barons
ending the
leading this
second
one
inning.
1-0.
The 2 innings.
Leading things off in the top of the 3rd inning, the 3rd baseman, Robert Bueno, who has really struggled at the plate to start the season. Just 1 hit in 18 at-bats.
He went 0 for 1 the other day against this Saints team, but did walk twice in the game on June 18th, 5 days ago.
Out of the count 1-0 as Ray is working on his third inning. And that one fouled just by the third baseman, Easton Elliott. So the count now 1-1.
And you mentioned the struggles in terms of getting hits for Bueno, but this guy still gets on base percentage at .292, and even at Cal State San Bernardino in 2024, batting .222 in 18 at-bats, sure, small sample size, but that on-base percentage at .375, so still finds a way to work walks and get on base.
That one slapped foul, so Reyes works back in the
Please
count.
safely retrieve and
1 and
return
2.
that fouled ball.
One and 2 count on Bueno, the rising senior from Wilmington, California. Reyes fires the 1-2. That one swing and a miss, strike 3. Reyes picks up his third K of the evening.
Number
Bueno
3,
goes
Alejandro
down swinging.
Torres.
And Reyes is at his best, when he's picking his spots and he's really attacking the zone, working on the edges. But as soon as he becomes predictable, and I guess Alejandro Torres just had the tarot reading out early, knew what was coming with that first pitch swinging left field home run. Now gets a second crack at things here, but Reyes is at his best when he's attacking well.
Torres attacked the first pitch of the at-bat. Lays off for ball 1. Torres in just his third at-bat of the season from Sacramento, California, Hope International University. Didn't play against the Saints yet. Last game, his first game of the season versus the Pirates last night. That one, swing and a miss, strike 1.
He's trying to send another one over the left field fence. Just absolutely taking a massive rip at that one. And, that's what Torres does at the top of this lineup. Didn't actually have a home run at Hope International University in 2023. Had one appearance in 2024 against Westcliff.
Is that one in there for strike 2? And after issuing a first pitch walk to both Bueno and Torres, Reyes finds himself ahead of the count, 1 and 2. Saints trail by 1. That one run coming courtesy of the man up to bat as he lays off, count now 2 and 2.
That's a good pitch there by Reyes, working that outer half just off the edge, giving Torres something to think about. So Torres almost think about it and just kind of lay off at that last second. That's a good pitcher's pitch in a 1-2 count, now 2-2.
Reyes sets and fires the 2-2. That one, strike 3. And Reyes with his 4th K
Next
of the
batter up
evening.
is number 1,
And Torres
Zach
goes
Freeman.
down looking. Beautiful pitch on the inner half of the plate. And I'll bring up Zach Freeman, center fielder, who also connected on a hit, a single into left field.
Yeah, make that a 5-game hit streak now for him with that single back in the first.
His third hit in 10 at-bats against the Saints this season.
He's already got 4 multi-hit games this year, 2 games with 3 hits.
Is that one in there for strike 1 from Ohio State University.
And the Saints have now played this Barons team. This is the 3rd time. I feel like every time we're just really impressed with how Zach Freeman plays. We saw defensively earlier this week, but in the batter's box too, just really sharp at the plate.
Coming into tonight, 11 games, a .357 batting average, as we mentioned. Numbers not as good against the Saints, obviously now 3 for 10, but coming into tonight, 2 for 9 with 3 strikeouts. A .491 on base percentage for him this season. That one slapped right to Lopez. Long throw onto first. Scott makes the
Out
play.
is good.
And we'll head to the bottom of the 3rd inning with the Saints looking for their first run of the game.
Completes a 3-up, 3-down top.
All right, hello and welcome everyone live from Jackie Robinson Field here in Pasadena. Evan Davis joined alongside Adam Beck, and it's the home opener for the Arroyo Seco Saints. Looks like it will hit into the gap. Yes, it will, and it'll score a run. off the glove of Pollock. That will score 2. It's quickly 4-0 top of the first inning for the Oaks. 3-1 offering, low and away for ball 4, and that will bring in the first run of the game. It's outside, ball 4. Fisher stumbling off the mound, and the Saints just finding any way possible to get some runs, and they've now walked in 2 with the Saints as a pass ball gets away. 5-2 lead for the Oaks. 2-1 offering, that one down to third base. Beltowski will fire that one across. And 1 out now, but the runners advance to now be 5-3. First and second as they connect again. Carrillo did get a great read on that, and it's over his head. Ground roll double, and this game is tied. The 1-1 offering is connected on. That's in the left field, and that'll do it. The Saints come back down 5-2, and Peter Wirth walks it off.
How about a 4 spot by the Oaks to start things off in the first inning? And how about a 4 spot in the bottom of the 9th for the Saints to end things in the 9th inning? What a game for the Saints.
Everyone's favorite, Peter Wirth, to lead things off. Going to get the Saints on the board here in this one. Still without a hit through 2 innings. Peter Wirth unfortunately struggling a little bit at the plate. Just in a really bad rut.
But he's also getting a little unlucky too, and that's something we mentioned the other day when these two teams faced off. Watch that first pitch strike, but a 167 batting average on balls in play in his last 4 games. Only has 1 hit in that span. It's lower than you'd expect. So just not necessarily finding holes in the defense.
Mertens throws the off speed on the outer half of the plate. Ball 1. Mertens quickly 6 up, 6 down to start. As Wirth holds back, count 2-1.
Check down over there, that first base umpired. 2-1 the count, but Wirth, we've mentioned this so many times, but he's come up with so many big moments. Obviously, that walk-off against the Oaks earlier on in the year.
He's ahead of the count now, 3-1.
He almost like that injury too, when he got hit on the elbow, that kind of derailed his momentum. Had to kind of work back into the lineup, had a week off or so.
Ahead 3-1. Saints trail by 1 as Mertens fires. That one is connected into center field. And a leadoff hit for Peter Wirth in the first hit of the game for the Saints.
Now batting, number 11.
And how about that from Peter Wirth? I mean, last 3 of his hits before the Barons game last time these two teams met. I mean, they were to the left field. Now he gets the single to right field. Really feeling good at the plate. Now Ethan Elliott, who it looks like he's on changed his walk-up song.
Only 24 when I keep me in hood. Get ugly, I got it in good. Made it out the hood, but I still be good. Hood rich, hands still get good. Only 24 when I keep me in hood.
Ethan Elliott up. That one down to half for strike 1. Oral Roberts University, one of the later arrivals on the team.
I mentioned how he's in the transfer portal too, and start to the year's been kind of rough for him. He's got hits in back-to-back appearances, but the 28.5% strikeout rate, pretty high for a player that doesn't have super amounts of power. Still no extra base hits on the season. He's played in 6 games.
Takes outside for ball 1. Currently with an OPS of 630, which for MLB standards would put you just slightly above average. Not by much, as Peter Wirth is checked back on at first.
And it's been the on-base percentage that's really been good for him, but only his 15th plate appearance of the season right here. 357 on-base percentage, kind of carrying the load in terms of that OPS metric you mentioned.
The 1-1. That one sent to second base. Kordick bobbles it. Wirth will head to third. So now, runners on first and third, nobody out, and that will most likely be ruled as an E4.
Yeah, that one just took a weird hop right there at second base. And that's a tough play for Dylan Cornick because you think it's going to bounce up in your glove. Maybe just kind of bounced where that grass meets the dirt and didn't bounce the way he thought it would. Slipped right under his glove, gets into right field, and now you've got runners in the corner who are super dangerous hitter in another run for McChesney.
So now, runners at the corners for Crew McChesney, who, since returning from that oblique injury, has just found himself up and down the lineup. Another guy on the Saints still looking for his first extra base hit.
But I really like him in this 9-hole because he really sets the table well for the top of the order, and that's something that we've mentioned before, how the Saints offense really looks to do that. If it's Tyler Gordon on the 9-hole, if it's Crew McChesney, we haven't seen Jacob Sharp bat that deep in the batting order, but whoever it is, it really looks like the Saints offense is focused on getting a guy that probably should be batting a little higher in the lineup, down in that 9 spot, just because it really helps that lineup flow better from top to bottom.
0 for 4 yesterday with 2 strikeouts. Wonder if the infield not playing in, maybe Crew McChesney lays down a bunt, has the speed. As that one slapped right through the hole of the shortstop. And RBI, as that one also gets by the left fielder, Jack Burke. So now runners at second and
Crew
third.
McChesney,
And now
RBI
2
goal
errors
scoring Peter
by the
Worth.
Barons defense. So now
Now
moves
batting
multiple
is
runners in
number
the scoring
14,
position.
Jacob.
But nonetheless, Crew McChesney picks up another RBI.
And it's a costly mistake there by Burke in left field because he doesn't really handle the ball well out there, allows those runners to move up and up and 90 feet. Now he's got 2 guys in scoring position for one of the most dangerous things in the lineup throughout this season. Yes, he struggled with late Sharp flying out to left field in his first at bat. But I mean, when he puts bat to ball, I mean, he can really do some damage. We saw already this season with a home run here in this ballpark.
That one in there for strike 1, and it's the first time we've really seen Mertens fall behind.
Yeah, really, first 2 innings were super clean. Here in the third, his gave up that leadoff single to Worth, and now has to dance around some base runners with still no outs in this inning.
Saints tie it 1-1 as the Barons defense struggling mightily with 3 errors so far in this one. The 1-1, that one slapped foul. Sharp behind 1 and 2, runners on second and third, nobody out. It's Crew McChesney there on second. Easton Elliott at third with Cam Conley due up next and Nick Lazara in the hole.
And you mentioned already the 3 errors so far for the Barons, and this has kind of been the storyline of their season. 32 errors coming into today, leading the CCL now to 35.
And Sharp will send that to the second baseman. That's Dylan Cordick on to first, but a run
RBI ground out.
scores
Jacob
for
Sharp
the Saints.
scores Easton Elliott,
So
and the
Jacob Sharp
Saints take a 2-1
Picks up the
lead.
RBI.
Here is number 5, Cam
Now,
Conley.
Cam Conley trying to get Crew McChesney home with 1 out.
This really feels like a moment for Conley to get at base. And we've seen him in so many big moments with a double early on in yesterday's game in Thousand Oaks, bringing in a run.
As Conley laces the first pitch he sees, Burke twisting and turning. He'll make the catch at the warning track. But that'll score another run as Crew McChesney makes his way on home.
RBI.
The
Cam
Saints
Conley
now
scores
lead
Crew McChesney.
3-1, 2 outs, but credit to Sharp and
Here
Conley
is
doing their
number
job, bringing home the
18,
run.
And we've seen Conley first pitch swinging a lot so far this season, but as you mentioned, doing his job, putting the ball in play, getting the ball deep towards left field. Burke, really nice catch over there in left field, twisting, turning, working against the sun over there in that part of the ballpark, but able to haul it in for the second out of the inning. And now Nathan Mertens, no runners on base to deal with, can really attack this batter in Nick Lazara, but the Saints doing a really good job creating runs, manufacturing those runs, if it's the sac fly, if it's the RBI ground out, finding ways to put the ball in play and get runners across the board.
It's Nick Lazara, second pitch he sees, fly out to Jack Burke. So Nathan Mertens gets out of the inning, but now got some damage from the Saints. Head to the top of the 4th inning. The Saints have 3 spot.
Arroyo Seco
Now leads
Saints with
3-1.
3 runs, 3 number 13, Dylan Lena.
Dylan Lena up to the plate for his second at-bat. Struck out looking in his first one. Coming into tonight with 7 doubles, a .333 batting average in 13 games. 7 of his 15 hits for extra bases. As Caleb Reyes working on the mound for his 4th inning. Now with some run support as that first pitch in there. For strike 1. Reyes 4 Ks, 2 hits, no walks so far. And that 1 earned run coming on the leadoff blast from Alejandro Torres. Reyes, had some time in the dugout. Take a breather as his offense put up a 3 spot on Nathan Mertens. Now without the help of the Barons defense, which really put Mertens in a tough spot.
I mean, these are two teams that have struggled defensively at times. I mean, we've obviously highlighted those Saints defensive miscues all season long, and especially that middle infield. But, the Barons, I mean, they lead the CCL in errors now to 35 on the season. But nonetheless, 3-1 ball game here. Really good job by Reyes to bounce back after giving up that home run. He's really been flawless since.
That one grounded to Easton Elliott. Strong throw onto first and a nice play by Ryan Scott. So Caleb Reyes
Here is number
gets
26,
the first out.
Dylan Cordick.
The all-important first out. Now brings up Dylan Cordick, who made the move from right field to second base with Colin Taylor exiting the game.
Also had that error, too, that helped the Saints put some offense on the board, the one that got under his glove over there at second base. But Ryan Scott, so far today, has made 2 or 3 really nice plays over at first base. Plays that you can tell as a natural first baseman you might be a little bit more comfortable with than a guy like Joey Donnelly, who has been over there at first base for a bit too. And you've got to wonder if Scott can get his bat hot, if he really takes over in that spot again, and maybe move Joey Donnelly to, your DH spot. But definitely playing well defensively, and something to think about if you're Coach Aaron Milan in terms of finding that right group of guys, that right mix of defense and offense for this Saints squad.
Cordick now batting 2 for 12 on the season as that pitch outside, even up the count at 1. His last game against the Saints was here on June 21st, just 2 days ago. Went 1 for 4 with an RBI double, 2 strikeouts. As Reyes fires that one, slap foul out of play. Count now 1-2.
And another uniform matchup between these two teams, white and gray. It seems like these two teams can't really coordinate opposite colors, but I guess white and gray, there's enough contrast where you can tell. I mean, the first meeting between these two teams, both teams wearing that navy blue as that one gets fouled back.
Another foul.
We'll see what they were on Tuesday.
Please
Can't wait.
safely retrieve
Well, I won't
and
be there,
return
but
those
send me a
fouled
text.
balls.
Let me know. The 5th pitch of the at-bat due up for Cordick from Cal Poly St. Louis Obispo. Rising seniors, that one low for ball 2.
That time Reyes trying to work that outer half on the lefty hitter in Cordick and just didn't quite get enough of the zone there, just off the outside. Wanted to attack that outer half of the plate. Interesting to see if he maybe goes back inside here.
2-2 count. Reyes working on 4 strikeouts as that one just outside. The count runs full.
He goes back to that outside pitch once again and really peppering that outer half of the zone. Seen him work that in this at-bat. Does he stay out there here in the payoff pitch?
It's a 3-2. That one, strike 3 looking. So Cordick goes down swinging and looking in his
Coming
2
up to
at-bats,
bat
and that's the
is
5th
number
strikeout
28,
for Caleb
Jack
Reyes.
Burke.
We'll bring up Jack Burke, the left fielder who had that little miscue that allowed runners to advance second and third and ultimately bring in 2 more runs.
Came in today batting .333 on the year with a .500 on base percentage. Dangerous hitter in the middle of this lineup. And we talk about a Barons squad that's got guys like Dylan Lena, Zach Freeman, Jack Burke. I mean, all 3 guys have been really pivotal moments this season for the Barons. And I mean, Saints are going to get to know them pretty well. Got 9 meetings between these two teams this year, just the 3rd one here, this time in Pasadena.
First pitch outside for ball 1. Burke ahead of the count 2-0, coming into tonight with a .333 batting average in just 6 games. Couple extra base hits, 2 doubles and a triple, also 5 walks in those 6 games. Went 1 for 4 the last time these two teams met. It's the 2-0 that went in there for strike 1. Will be going to the University of Houston after a year at Cypress College. Caleb Reyes starting to get things going again as that 2-2 is hammered foul and out of play. So Reyes works back into the count. Just 3 hits allowed by Reyes, 2 of those coming in the first inning. Talk about the leadoff home run from Alejandro Torres on the first pitch of the game. It's a 2-2 outside, count runs full.
And these are situations where if you're the Saints, you want to really attack here, right? Payoff pitch, 2 outs, get out of this inning now.
So 3-2 fouled, out of play.
Okay, I can say the same for me. Like, what do you mean?
Jack Burke putting together quite an at-bat in this one. A 3-2 count. As that one, strike 3. He got him. Caleb Reyes, 5 strikeouts from 4 innings. 3 up, 3 down as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning with the Saints up 3-1.
Ryan Scott!
Welcome you to the bottom of the 4th inning. The Saints put up a 3 spot in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Now lead this one 3-1. As Ryan Scott steps up for the 2nd time tonight.
That time Mertens looping one inside for a ball, and seen Scott be super disciplined at the plate, but does not always necessarily attack pitches. He sees one he can hit. Maybe he needs to go out and get it.
Next that pitch, outer part of the plate for ball 2. Scott flew out to right field in his first at-bat. He's really struggled at the plate to start the year. There's the 2-0 offering in there for strike 1.
And in terms of hitting, a lot of it is obviously timing. That's something we've talked to Peter Worth about when we talked to him the other night. But Martin's delivery, it's super slow. And as a hitter, I must imagine that must be really challenging.
That one's belted to right field. That one will find a hole. And Ryan Scott turns on the Jets, will go to second base with a leadoff double.
How about extra base hits in back-to-back games for Ryan Scott? Going opposite field, not trying to do too much with the baseball there. Letting the bat do the work, pushes it out to that part of the ballpark, right down the line, almost a mirror image of what we saw yesterday. But another extra base hit for a guy that's really struggling at the plate. Now you got 2 extra base hits in back-to-back days, but a ball that wasn't even hit that hard. Maybe sign of the times changing, the wind's changing, as Scott kind of sailed into some better waters and moves in the hitting.
Bring up Adrian Lopez for the second time tonight. Mertens fires the first pitch. Lopez thought about bunting, held back. Ball gets past Garcia. And now Ryan Scott will move to third with nobody out.
Talk about good communication there is Lopez realizing that ball gets past the catcher and say, go, 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 get on your horse, move from second to third. Scott paying attention, bumps up 90 feet, and now he's there at third.
Mertens looking to set the 1-0. And that one hammered to right field. Cisneros Jr. on it, makes a diving catch, it appears, and Scott will run home. A beautiful play by Andy Cisneros Jr. And Ryan Scott will score. So a sac fly for Adrian Lopez. And I'll bring up number 4, Eli Watson.
Well, once again, we've mentioned how maybe the Saints offense last 2 games has been a little cool, but here, Adrian Lopez doesn't get all of that one, doesn't really even put it in play, and foul territory. But once again, putting the ball in the spot where a guy can score, that fell into that right field area, just foul, but Cisneros has to go to ground to make that catch, and you almost wonder maybe if he doesn't even make a play there, if the Barons are able to kind of get out of the damage. Now 1 out here, and at the end of the day, probably the right play. You take the out there. 4-1 ball game.
Saints putting up 4 unanswered so far on Mertens, who was 6 up, 6 down in the first 2 innings. Eli Watson flew out to right field his first at bat. Belts one to center field. Freeman tracking that one right at the warning track to make the out.
I mean, that one was absolutely hammered, and that's back-to-back at-bats. That Eli Watson, has put really good bat to ball, made great contact, but just unfortunate finding the right field in his first plate appearance. This one is just belted straight towards center field as you can get, and that one grabbed out there. But once again, back-to-back at-bats, good contact. It's just been really tough for Eli Watson so far this year. Still missing his first hit.
Worth up for the second time today. Single to center field, got the first hit of the game for the Saints. That one outer half for ball 2.
We had a weird assortment of guys in this lineup tonight, as the Saints have tried to put together a lineup that works, especially with all the guys in and out of the lineup.
As Worth flies out to the second baseman, Dylan Kordick, and that'll do it for the bottom of the 4th inning. We'll head to the top of the 5th inning. The Saints add a run, now up 4-1.
In the
Hello and welcome everyone live from Jackie Robinson Field here in Pasadena. Evan Davis joined alongside Adam Beck, and it's the home opener for the Arroyo Seco Saints. Looks like it will hit into the gap. Yes, it will, and it'll score a run off the glove of Pollock. That will score 2. It's quickly 4-0 at the top of the first inning for the Oaks. 3-1 offering, low and away for ball 4, and that will bring in the first run of the game. It's outside, ball 4. Fisher stumbling off the mound, and Saints just finding any way possible to get some runs, and they've now walked in 2 with the Saints as a pass ball gets away. 5-2 lead for the Oaks. 2-1 offering, that one down the third base. Beltowski will fire that one across. And one out now, but the runners advance to now be 5-3. And on first and second as they connect again. Carrillo did get a great read on that, and it's over his head. Ground roll double, and this game is tied. The 1-1 offering is connected on. That's in the left field, and that'll do it. The Saints come back down 5-2, and Peter Wirth walks it off.
How about a 4 spot by the Oaks to start things off in the first inning? And how about a 4 spot in the bottom of the ninth for the Saints to end things in the ninth inning? What a game for the Saints.
Welcome you to the top of the 5th inning as Caleb Reyes puts together a solid 4 innings of work with 5 strikeouts, 3 hits, just the 1 earned run and the leadoff home run. As for the first time this season, we'll see the left-handed pitcher Spencer Said from UC San Diego made 22 appearances, started 5 of those games, 5.25 ERA. The opponent's batting .235 against him as that second pitch in there for strike 1.
And kind of funny, Reyes started the year wearing number 37, Said now wears 37. So getting his first opportunity to start things off, and he's got that really high leg kick, high delivery for a shorter player, 5'11". Don't really see that many pitchers under 6 feet.
From Pasadena, California, as that one's belted back, the count evened up at 2-2. He was a two-way player in high school. Career batting average of .408. Pretty impressive as that one outside runs full. It's Andrew Kirchner up for the second time. He smoked a double into the left center field gap in his first at-bat. Pelts one right past a diving Ryan Scott, who actually makes the play on to first in time, not in time, as Kirchner beats it out.
So an infield single, but what a play there by Ryan Scott.
Number
Full
31,
Superman diving out to make that grab,
Cisneros.
keeping it out of right field, and probably still would have been a single if it gets into right field, but you never know, especially with the piece on that ball, and maybe if it was curving down the line or so. Nonetheless, especially with that left-handed hitter, it might have had a little bit more hook than we were able to see. Potentially saving 90 feet there, but still really good effort from Scott. Really doing a nice job at first base tonight.
We have Andy Cisneros Jr. He grounded out to third in his first at-bat, takes that one low for ball 1. Coming into today, Cisneros batting just .087 on the year. That one fouled back, count runs to 1-1. Cisneros now 0 for his last 10. Game against the Saints on the 21st went 0 for 4 with a couple strikeouts. That one is connected right to the second baseman, Cam Conley, on to first. On to the second, I apologize for the out, on to first. It's a force out for
Coming up to
Cisneros
bat
Jr.
is number 27,
Still haven't seen
Aiden
necessarily those double
Garcia.
play balls fall so far for the Saints middle infield. But a little bit better chemistry there between Conley and Lopez, now getting a couple more games under their belt together, that middle infield. Tossing the ball over to second, and Lopez unable to get it to first in time, but just the pace down the line from Cisneros making it challenging.
Bring up the backstop, Aiden Garcia, who flew out to left field in his first at-bat. .395 batting average in 42 games at Golden West College. 5 home runs, 41 RBIs. That one's in there for strike 1. Cisneros Jr. switches places with Andrew Kirchner. And Spencer Said working in his first appearance. Fires the 1-1 in there for a strike two. And you don't see a lot of lefties in general on this Saints team, so nice to see another left-handed arm available. Andrew Wright, obviously we saw him yesterday against the Conejo Oaks. It's the 1-2 just outside. Count now 2-2.
And I like Sed's deception too, and the way he's able to kind of keep that baseball covered. Does a nice job.
That one swing and a miss. Sed's first strikeout in the CCL this season.
Number 38,
Comes courtesy of Aiden
Roberto
Garcia.
Bueno.
And Roberto Bueno to step up for his second at-bat. Struck out swinging in his first one. Coming into tonight, just one for 18. Got one for 19 with that K. So that one in there for strike one. Barons got a run on the first pitch of the game from Alejandro Torres, but have been held scoreless since then. As Sed fires that one, smoked foul, so the count quickly 0-2. Sed fires the 0-2, that one just off the front part of the bat. Count remains 0-2. Saints, the Barons' last hit came on that double from Kirchner. Haven't reached base via the hit since then. Second batter in the top of the second inning. Kirchner get the infield single as well. That one's fouled back again, so the count, still at 1-2.
Obviously, dangerous hitter on deck there with Alejandro Torres, the DH, who hit a home run in his first at-bat. So it's a good opportunity to get out of anything here.
It's the 1-2 offering. That one smoked right past a diving Cam Conley. And that one just also gets past Eli Watson out in right as Cisneros Jr. advances from second to third.
Up to bat for the Barons is number 3, Alejandro Torres.
Alejandro Torres, the designated hitter, with one swing, can tie this game.
We already saw what that swing looks like. So he belted that leadoff home run on the first pitch back in the first inning. Sed trying to get out of this jam.
As Torres looks at the first pitch, Crew McChesney into second, and Cam Conley makes an incredible play, gets Sed out of the inning.
The Saints' second
Sed, 2
baseman,
hits, 1 strikeout.
Conley.
His first appearance with the
In
Saints.
the top
We'll head to the
fifth,
bottom of the
Barons
5th
with
inning.
no
The score
runs,
remains the
2
same,
hits, and
4-1
2 runners left
here at
on
Jackie
base.
Robinson Stadium.
Bottom fifth.
All right, hello and welcome everyone live from Jackie Robinson Field here in Pasadena. Evan Davis joined alongside Adam Beck, and it's the home opener for the Arroyo Seco Saints. Looks like it will hit into the gap. Yes, it will, and it'll score a run off the glove of Pollock. That will score 2. It's quickly 4-0 at the top of the first inning for the Oaks. 3-1 offering, low and away for ball 4, and that will bring in the first run of the game. It's outside, ball 4. Fisher stumbling off the mound, and Saints just finding any way possible to get some runs, and they've now walked in 2 with the Saints as a pass ball gets away. 5-2 lead for the Oaks. 2-1 offering, that one down the third base. Beltowski will fire that one across. And 1 out now, but the runners advance to now be 5-3. And first and second as they connect again. Carrillo did get a great read on that, and it's over his head. Ground roll double, and this game is tied. The 1-1 offering is connected on. That's in the left field, and that'll do it. The Saints come back down 5-2, and Peter Wirth walks it off.
How about a 4 spot by the Oaks to start things off in the first inning? And how about a 4 spot in the bottom of the ninth for the Saints to end things in the ninth inning? What a game for the Saints.
Welcome you to the bottom of the 5th inning. Leading things off, tonight's third baseman, Easton Elliott, who had reached on an error at second baseman, Dylan Kordick, in his first at-bat. Ruben Neforest, he bunts that one beautifully down the third base line. As Roberto Bueno just waiting to see if that one would curl foul.
Easton Elliott.
It didn't. And a
Next
smart
batter,
play by
number
Elliott.
3,
As the infield was playing a little bit deep.
Yeah, you get the infield playing a little deep. Bueno kind of staying off there, bag at third. You know, Easton Elliott, he's got pace down the line, just lays that puck perfectly, dribbling just past the mound, right down that third base line, picking up all the way down to first base. I mean, that's a great way to lead things off in an inning. Brings up for Crew McChesney.
Martin just throws back to first on check on Easton Elliott. Mertens, 2 strikeouts, 4 hits, 4 runs, 2 earned. There's 3 errors by the Barons. First pitch for McChesney, outside for strike 1.
We've also seen the Saints offense be incredibly aggressive on the base paths. We just saw Elliott bunt for a single. Maybe he tries to snag a bag too. Wouldn't surprise me whatsoever.
It's the 0-1, that one. Fouled off. Count quickly. 0-2 to Crew McChesney, who's still searching for that first extra base hit on the season. A .217, 200 batting average, and the OBP slowly decreasing after 0-4 day yesterday in Thousand Oaks, where 2 punch-outs snapped that 6-game on base streak.
But still that RBI single to left field in that first inning. Or not in the first inning, but in the first opportunity for him today in that first at-bat. And, you know, he's a guy that you can get him going.
McChesney laces one into deep center field. Elliott was already planning on running. He's got the wheels. He's advancing home. The throw at the plate. Not in time, and Elliott put it on the Jets. Crew McChesney, first extra base hit.
Easton Elliott.
The Saints now lead this one 5-1, and Easton Elliott, great base running, great descent from Aaron Milam.
Yeah, I mean, he never stopped running. Obviously going for the steal, little hit and run action. You get McChesney belting that ball into left center field, and Elliott never picked up his head, glanced at it, saw the center field sprinting, knew that ball was going to land, and just complete hustle around second, around third, and then coming all the way home. And that play was bang bang at the plate, but just sliding in right underneath the kitchen door for the run. And how about Crew McChesney in the 9-hole today? RBIs in both of that bat, single start things off, now a double, working that left side of the field, super confident in the 9-hole hitter. And, you know, we mentioned how we struggle at times, right? Even at BYU with strikeouts. But he puts the ball in play, good things happen. He puts the ball so hard, and that time I'm getting another RBI, adding 2 in his game to his season total. Really impressive stuff from the BYU center field.
There was just a quick mound visit for Mertens, who's now given up 5 hits in this one, 3 earned runs, but just a lot of loud contact as Crew McChesney finds himself on second, and Jacob Shart 0-2 with a flyout and a ground out to second that resulted in an RBI. As Mertens checks back on McChesney, will fire. That one outside for ball 1. Shart struggling a little bit. Just 1 for 7 his last 2 games. Walked. And 1 for 4 yesterday against the Oaks. Just McChesney dancing on second. That one outside for ball 2. And you can just see the disgruntled Nathan Mertens. Wonder how long that leash is. We see the left-handed pitcher warming up in the bullpen for the Barons. 5-1's the score as the 2-0 upstairs for ball 3.
Yeah, and really good job here from Sharp to kind of lay off these pitches up 3-0 now. And something he said about, trying to lead off at the top of this lineup. He's not trying to look to drive the ball anymore, but just trying to help his team get on base any way he can. And super disciplined that time. Had the green light with 3-1, swings through that one.
Hard swing on that pitch. Mertens gets first strike on Sharp. Saints adding on another run as the 3-1. That one slapped towards left field for Jack Burke, who's running to make that one sliding, and count now runs full. But great effort from Jack Burke, and you see the wheels.
Yeah, he's definitely got some pace over there in left field, and that's a ball where, because that kind of not netting, but you get the fence so far to the left, there's so much space in foul territory in left field that you've got so much ground to cover if you're a left fielder in terms of a fly ball kind of dancing into left field to foul territory and trying to make a play on that one. I mean, he had to run probably a good 50, 60 feet just to get there.
See a few pitchers playing catch in the bullpen. Anthony Thomas in there, as well as Jimmy Welsher, with a full count now as Mertens works his way back. McChesney dancing on second to 3-2, fouled back. So now, the 7th pitch of the at-bat coming to Sharp. Sharp, Calsty, Fullerton, 307 batting, averaging 40 games played. As McChesney will go, and Sharp will lace that one into center field. That will find a hole. And Jacob Sharp advancing to second. Aggressive base running, safe.
And
Jacob Sharp,
aggressive base
RBI
running, you're
double,
exactly right.
scoring
McChesney
McChesney.
got a little hit run action once again. He's
Not
taking
batting.
the entire way, going for second and third, and that allows him to come home. But Sharp sees that ball gets away from the center fielder, Zach Freeman, and he hustles. And if that throw is better, honestly, the throw beat him. It was just on the wrong side of the bag. And because it was on the wrong side of the bag, Sharp able to kind of dive in there, head first, gets on base, 6-1 lead. But, the way this lineup is turning, bottom to top, right? You got Easton Elliott leading things up with that bunt single, Chesney with the double. Now you have Sharp having another extra base hit. I mean, this offense is starting to feel it. And now have that 6 runs on the scoreboard. Saints squad 41 this season when scoring 6 or more runs. So, an opportunity, but really tough for me from Burke, who, was actually pitching pretty well through the first 4 innings or so. Yes, giving up 2 runs. But impressive stuff here from the Saints offense, chasing it from the game.
As you see a new pitcher, it's Iacona, UCLA, the Hawaii native.
Walk in the shell, she gon' make it bad. I do damage.
Iacona making his second appearance. Just 1 inning of work so far, 1 strikeout, 3 walks.
Looking dummy, I'll probably get fried. I look like a mummy. I'm getting this cash, it's Monday and Sunday. I guess you won't talk if it ain't about the money. My boys in the trap and they jump like a bunny. Got pounds in it, so it ain't nothing funny. I'm up on the side
From
of
UCLA, entering his sophomore year with the Bruins, appeared in made 2 appearances with the team, 1 inning of work. Numbers identical between UCLA and his first start with the Academy Barons.
Yeah, the only difference is he had played 2 games at UCLA, only 1 with the Barons so far. Like you mentioned, that 9.0 ERA, giving up 1 run in each of in his only outing against the Foresters for this squad and at UCLA.
Ladies and gentlemen,
those 2
now pitching for the Academy Barons
club baseball team roster
is UCLA's number 11, Kaena Kiakona.
Conley now with an opportunity. And we mentioned how Cam Conley's come up with RBI. It feels like he's not too hard. Come up with so many RBIs this year in spots just because of where he's guys in the lineup. He hasn't necessarily had the best season in terms of batting average. But we were also talking to him the other night. Just mentioned how he was really happy to be back in the lineup, right? In terms of defensively, right? Getting out of the field, coming off Tommy John surgery, had to the first 2 weeks of the regular season in terms of the lineup to get back to form. She said all last season I've had combined with that Tommy John surgery. Injured his shoulder. He was injured his arm when
they like to act tough, she like to throw them off and make them straighten up their head, cause she know they soft. And when I
he's been a really big
I go downtown and at nighttime my face lit up. So it's the way that I told her and my heart is where she always be. She never mess with entertainers cause they always leave. She said it felt like they walked and drove on me. Knew I was gang affiliated, got on TV and told on me. I guess it's why last winter she got so cold on me. She said, yeah, keep making that platinum and
strikeout looking in that sack fly. A guy that still has a ton of power. Jacob Sharp will be on second. Nobody out still in this inning.
The bottom half of inning number 5 continues on with number 5, Cam Conley.
To follow your dreams, sometimes I still talk to her, but when I talk to her.
So Cam Conley will step up for the 3rd time tonight. Mentioned 0 for 1 with a strikeout, looking in a sac fly. Kiakona will fire the first pitch inside for ball 1.
Conway had to shuffle back on that one. Looks like he might have gotten hit on the shin. It's that pitch breaking in the entire way. 6-1 score here.
Kiakona, we talked about on the club team at UCLA, and now got a chance with the big club. As that one in there low for ball 2, and looking at a left-handed pitcher here who was ranked number 1 by Perfect Game in the state of Hawaii. He's ranked as the number 9 prospect overall. He was able to find an amazing school at UCLA. Sharp, heavy lead at second, right where the shortstop is. He'll jog back and count 3-0 to Conley. 7-game pitch streak and has really done everything for the Saints. 10 RBIs on the season. 11 RBIs, had the 2 RBI game, or had the RBI yesterday against the Oaks. As Sharp will go on the 3-0, that one outside, bobbled by Garcia. So now runners at the corners with nobody. Oh, we called that a strike, I apologize. I thought that was ball 4. Now a runner on 3rd.
That's a really good throw over there by that catcher, though, because, I mean, even though he didn't get the short over there at 3rd base, bang play, really close play. I've seen the Saints squad get so aggressive on the base paths in terms of stealing bases. It's really ignited the offense here. 6-1.
3-1 pitch. Iacona delivers that one inside. So now runners at the corners, nobody out for Nick Mazzara.
18.
How about a 10-game reach base streak for Chris Conley? He's reached base in every single one of the appearances.
When the world seems to shine like you've had too much wine, that's amore.
Conley doing a nice job getting
Bells
his way on base. Now running for the corner, as you predicted earlier.
I thought that was strike 1, the way that Garcia was lunging for the ball. I guess when they were playing Conley inside, he had to lunge out. And now Nick Mazzara, 0 for 2 with a ground out and a fly out. As he swings at the first pitch, left field to Jack Burke, deep enough to score Sharp. 7-1 lead.
RBI Nick Lazara scoring Jacob Sharp.
And also smart from the
Now
Barons there,
for the
not letting that
Saints,
ball try and get over the way, because that ball is plenty deep enough to score a run. And, you know, if that ball gets all the way to home plate, then you're going to have Conley move up to first or second. So Ken Conley over there at first base. Ryan Scott
Where is your
Had an extra base hit last time up. Trying to add to that here.
curse? Where's your authority? Hell, where is your king?
So Cam Conley remains at first with Ryan Scott up, who doubled to right field in his last at bat. Both hits to right field as that first pitch upstairs for ball one.
I mean, he's got a ton of oppo field power. I mean, we saw a double for him early on in the year. It actually might have been a flyout, actually. It must have been a flyout because he's hitless coming into yesterday. Only hit was in that first game, and he had a fly right at the wall in right field. But really, it's so much power to that opposite field.
Slaps that one foul for strike one. Iacona just trying to get out of this with minimal damage. The 1-run charge to Nathan Mertens in the inning. Sharp, who stole third and came around to score on that sac fly from Lazara. So 1-1 set to fire in that one just outside for ball two.
And it's kind of funny because when Ryan Scott's struggling right at the plate, you're like, maybe, you know, he's a little bit too disciplined, doesn't really take swings at pitches, but that time laying off that one, and when he's playing well, he's disciplined, he's seeing the ball well. It's funny how that kind of works back and forth, but it's always been so calm in the batter's box through the ups and downs of this season for him so far.
As Conley goes, high swing from Lazara, and Conley gunned out by Garcia.
Yeah, just not a great jump there from Conley. Didn't quite get enough boost off the bag at first base, and a really strong throw. We've already seen that arm from Garcia. That time just an absolute hose. Gets Conley at second.
So now 2-2, count to Scott. Apologize, that was Scott with the swing. And now just focusing on the batter. It's Iacona. That one fouled back. We see an array of foul balls that have just been caught in the netting. That one finds a home right on the dirt. Scott now just trying to keep the inning going.
We mentioned how he's gotten into deeper counts too. Here 2-2. This is now the sixth ball he'll face in this plate appearance.
2-2. That one upstairs. Count now full. Adrian Lopez due up next. Talk about Iacona, 3 walks in that one inning that he pitched for the Barons, and 3 walks as well in the one inning that he's pitched for the UCLA Bruins. Already a walk in this one. As a 3-2. That one swing and a miss for Scott. Iacona gets out of it with just 1 run given up.
Strikeout.
Head to the top of the 6th inning. The Saints still adding on. They lead this one 7-1.
1, Zach Freeman.
Pitching change for the Arroyo Seco Saints. Enter the right-handed pitcher Isaiah Ahokovi, who in one inning of work so far this season, 3 strikeouts, no earned runs allowed. It's the first pitch to Zach Freeman outside for ball 1.
Ahokovi is going to throw the fastball, slider, changeup. Fastball tops out around 88, slider 79 to 81 miles an hour, and that changeup in the high to mid 70s.
Quickly behind in the count, 2-0 to Freeman, who singled to left in his first at-bat, ground out to short in his second at-bat. It was a nice grab by Ryan Scott. As that one upstairs, and the count quickly 3-0.
So I'm trying to work that outer half, just not able to get it within the strike zone. Freeman in a pure hitter's count, 7-1. Saints lead. Interesting to see here if he has the green light.
3-0, and that one way inside a 4-pitch walk for Zach Freeman.
Number 13, Dylan Lena.
Dylan Lena to step up, struck out looking in his first at-bat, and grounded out to third in his second at-bat. Has struggled in the games against the Saints, now 2 for 10, but batting .333 on the season. Ahokovi really struggling with command right now. 5 straight balls to open up the top of the 6th inning. That one saw foul for the first strike thrown by Ahokovi in this inning. Saints currently on a 2-game losing streak. This one 7-1. As Lena held back, count 2-1. Freeman over there at first. Barons have been held scoreless since the leadoff home run from Alejandro Torres. Is that one outside? Count 3-1.
Yeah, and we still see Ahokovi kind of struggling to find the strike zone. I said that full pitch walk to start Freeman off, and now down here 3-1.
It's that one hit to left field. It's Peter Worth under it. He'll make the grab. And Zach Freeman will jog back to first.
And funnily enough,
Coming up to that is number 26, Dylan Cordy.
MLB Youth Academy. That's probably a home run. That probably is a home run. Got very deep towards left field. Worth probably 2 or 3 sets in from the warning track. But you can remember, it's 374 to left. In Compton, it's 325 to 327 to left field. So, completely different ball game.
Jack Burke steps up for his third at-bat. 0 for 2, the ground out short and a strikeout swinging. Apologies, Dylan Corday. 2 strikeouts. And safe there, throw back. Count 1-1. Ahokovi fired the 1-1, that one in there for strike 2. Corday started off the game in right field and made the switch to second base right after Colin Taylor went out of the game. And just wondering what happened to Taylor. It's the 1-2, that one inside. Nice stop by Lazara to keep that one in front of him to count 2-2.
And that's a tough pitch there with a 1-2 count. You want to throw something that batter's going to swing at. Batter's going to swing at something in his knees. Really got to make sure that you're throwing that pitch at the right time. Got to get those good looks, and it's kind of a struggle here for Ahokovi in his first inning of play today.
That one outside, count 3-2, and talk about the strike command issues for Ahokovi in this appearance. He was really strong in the lone appearance that he's had this season with the 3 strikeouts in the 1 inning pitched.
Especially against a hitter that's susceptible to strikeouts, a guy like Cordick's already struck out twice.
That one outside for ball 4, so the second walk issued by Ahokovi in this inning.
Number 28,
I apologize. Now
Jack
it brings
Burke.
up Jack Burke. He grounded out to short and that strikeout as well. So 0 for 2. It was 1 for 4 the last time these two teams played. was his last appearance. Didn't play last night against the Pirates with Lazara taking a mound visit with Ahokobi.
You beat him coming today, Burke. A 102.4 OPS. I mean, this is a guy that can really slug the baseball. 524 slug percentage coming in today, and one of the best hitters in this lineup. And this is a big moment for him, especially after the 0-for-2 performance so far. 1-for-4 against the Saints last time out. I mean, this is an opportunity to get this game, back towards the Barons, trying to switch the momentum a little bit.
Sent foul right towards us.
That's what defense said. Thankfully, I didn't finish that time. Normally too.
It's nice when the shoe is on the other foot. As the count 0-1, and Burke from Anaheim Hills, California, Cypress College, now go to the University of Houston, as a swing and a miss for strike 2.
I don't know if that's what Ahokobi wanted on that pitch. Nonetheless, making Burke look silly, kind of chopping that bat. Awkward swing there as Ahokobi just pulled the string on it.
Burke 4 strikeouts and 23 at-bats. Also has 4 walks on the season as well. Behind 0-2 as Ahokobi checks back on second. Will fire that one. Grounded. Softly. Easton Elliott on the throw. In time. Zachary advances to third.
To Ryan Scott.
A nice play by Easton Elliott. Your non-traditional third baseman.
That is number 9,
nice play.
Andrew
And the
Kirchner.
reason he's playing well over their third base is his instincts and his speed. That time, sensing that ball coming in, anticipating it, coming onto it with speed and power, and then able to fling it across the diamond towards Scott, who makes a strong throw, strong catch at first base. So, runner second, third now, 2 outs.
I like that ball was hit. Kordick was able to be into second, so it was just a force out for Jack Burke as Kirchner 2 for 2 in this one with a double to left field and infield single. Infield single courtesy of his speed. Count now 1-1, and still a chance here for the Barons to get back into this one. One swing. Talk about that deficit going from 6 to 4 potentially, just with the speed of Burke and Freeman. 2 outs here. That one way outside for ball 2. And it's control here by Lazar, keeping the ball in front of him and also just making sure no passed balls, no free runs.
Kirchner's also got a lot of power. I mean, he's one of 4 guys on the Barons now with a home run. Also, a lefty, too. And remember, right field a lot closer to that fence than to left field.
Outside, so after a first pitch strike, 3 straight balls issued by Ahokobi, who already has 2 walks in the inning. Kirchner with a .326 on-base percentage. 3 walks entering today. Is the 3-1. That one outside. Bases are loaded for Andy Cisneros Jr.
Number 31, Andy
And
Cisneros.
interesting, no mound meeting here, no visit. The 2 outs. Cisneros, I mean, he's really struggled this year. 0.87 batting average and is 0 for 2 today. Ground out and running to a fielder's choice. He's got 12 strikeouts on the season, too, and hitless in his last 3 games. But now's the time to get one. I mean, it's now.
Has the opportunity to change the narrative with one swing as that first pitch swinging for strike 1. Cisneros just a .371 OPS, 2 hits in 25 at-bats, with one of them being a double. 4 RBIs on the season. That one is belted back. Count quickly 0-2.
And it's good for Kobe, who struggled to find the strike zone and get swinging strikes. Because if you can't dial it in, as long as the batter is trying to go after your pitches, I mean, get those strikes now up 0-2. Let's see what he goes to here. Probably go for a pitcher's pitch outside.
That one swing and a miss, strike 3 off of Kobe.
Isaiah
Picks up his
Ahokobi with a
first
hard
strikeout.
part 0 in
The most
the top
important time.
6.
Score remains the same, 7-1. As we get to the bottom of the 6th inning here at Jockey Robinson Field.
Every time there's a strikeout, we should all stand up so they can see it on the camera. We should all just go. Take a little lap. Take a lap. Take a lap. Bro, I swear I hit one in the MLB or in my know you do that. You're always on. I'm always on. I'm watching over. Which one between the happening? I think it's another recording that this thing that is up. I'm also just making sure I'm getting updates from my dad to make sure that our stream is actually working because he's the one texting me to make sure it's so I'm also texting throughout the game to make sure our stream is actually up.
Doesn't matter about the stream. It's going to be recorded. It's fine.
It's still recording. It's always recording. It's only just streaming. We're recording.
Give a chance to that.
I thought it was just a string. That's why I was worried.
Bottom of the 6th inning. Leading off the Arroyo Seco Saints is number 7, Adrian Lopez.
Ready? Bottom of the 6th inning, here in Pasadena, the Saints continue to tack on. Up 7-1 with Adrian Lopez. Number 1 strikeout swing to the sack fly. In for the 3rd time tonight, and 0 for 5 last night or yesterday afternoon. The strikeout, snapping that 5-game on base streak. As he connects on the first pitch, that one right to the 3rd baseman Bueno in time. So a quick first pitch, first out, start at the bottom of the 6th.
Number 4, Eli Watson.
Eli Watson, who shouldn't be buying the lottery ticket anytime soon because he's just been the most unluckiest.
But maybe that's why he should be buying a lot of lottery tickets at some point. Is what has to change. I mean, the truth is that he's at today. Excellent swing for that. Completely killed the ball to right field. Happened to be right at the right fielder. Then blasted the ball to center field. That got
and that one way upstairs for ball 3. You know, we saw a few times yesterday the Oaks just making sure our helmets are okay. So Joey Donnelly get pelted a couple times. I've never seen that happen before on an error. And Eli Watson almost just took one off the head. It's a 3-2 count, lefty on left. He checks back on the runners. Eli Watson there at first as Peter Worth takes that one inside for ball 3. The pass ball by Garcia as Watson will now advance into scoring position.
The Saints offense throughout today has been so alert on the base paths. Yes, multiple stolen bases, pass balls, wild pitches, you name it. But they've been really attentive and really locked in the entire time, really staying in the game. You know, even standing at first base or second base and really taking opportunities as they've come. Time Watson scampering up 90 feet over their second base as that ball gets past the catcher Garcia.
Worth has 3 walks on the season. Had 3-0 with Watson over there at second as that one inside for strike 1. See Peter Worth's dad shaking his head.
Similar pitch to what we saw from Cam Conley yesterday. In on the hands, wasn't a strike, was a ball.
We can ask Ryan Scott about his team.
And Caleb Rice, too.
3-1, Watson dancing over there at second, taking massive leads as Corey's trying to hold on to him. Watson will go on the 3-1 that pitch outside Garcia. Airmails the throw. Watson will come in to score.
Stolen base, second and third, and home by error Eli Watson.
So how about that? First hit of the season, Eli Watson comes out of score, brings up a couple stolen bases on the way. And I'm sure teammates will like that one if you watch that the dugout. This comes from the guys, comes from Ryan Scott. Nick McCarr giving him a little, this one too, I mean, he's talking about
Peter Worth a second RBI on that one. Garcia airmails the throw. When it's a hot field.
Cartier shades on my Korean. I leave them all when I say I'm looking like y'all can be green. They really have no J. Trying to get this on my
Well strikes. We saw 3 walks in his first appearance of the season. Now already 2 walks in this one. Does have to strike out. We're still seeing the command issues. As Easton Elliott up for the 3rd time, advanced on an error to first in his first at-bat, bunt single to 3rd in his second at-bat as Peter Worth now controls first base. The Saints 8 unanswered runs, lead this one 8-1, and a nice response after 2 subpar performances in the last 2 games. One, the Academy Barons, and the other 2 in Thousand Oaks. You see the offense starting to click again in all cylinders as Easton Elliott fouls that one.
And you mentioned the response right after that leadoff home run. It's back-to-back things, back-to-back times that the opposing team has hit a leadoff home run. The Saints have responded. We saw Casey Cummings roll like the crowd that's a couple weeks ago. We see it today again. With the Saints squad kind of putting first inning away, putting it into the rearview mirror, and driving ahead and picking up 8 runs in that game against Walnut Creek. Now 8 runs in this game here against the Barons.
8 runs so far, as you mentioned. Those coming on just 7 hits, courtesy of 4 errors from the Barons, you mentioned, tonight leading the CCL. It's Worth over on first. Has been checked a few times as that went outside for ball 1 to Easton Elliott, who third base, not his natural position, but really looking like a natural today.
Yeah, and I just think it's the athleticism from him. I mean, you could put him anywhere. You could put him in center field, you could put him at second base, you could put him at shortstop, third base. Just got so much speed and athleticism. Wherever he lands in the transfer portal, that's going to really serve this new ball club pretty well.
With that, Oral Roberts looking for a new home as check back over to first. Peter Worth getting back in there pretty easily. Easton Elliott. You normally see a lot of guys from the Midwest, East Coast come over to California. A lot of the guys on the team, California natives, but Easton Elliott from Kansas.
East Coast.
Or Midwest, I said.
Midwest.
I said Midwest or East Coast.
Well, I mean, you get people from Midwest from South Florida. East Coast is a gets. Alex Gordon is from the Midwest, too.
I consider him a California native now that he's going to Berkeley.
And you've got a ton of guys from Texas, too, which, I mean, in terms of distance, not necessarily, I mean, not that much closer.
And Easton Elliott swinging and a miss. Strike 3 and Kayapona. 2 strikeouts.
Is number 3,
One and a 2/3.
McChesney.
2 outs, he's bringing through Jesse, the hottest hitter in the lineup tonight. 2 RBIs, single and a double. I mean, after not any extra minutes coming into this game, finds his first of the year in his last at-bat.
Only a matter of time before he was going to get things going. As that one gets past Garcia, so Peter Worth will advance to second. We call that a strike on McChesney. So another runner in scoring position after another pass ball. Let's see if this lead can balloon even more. With Drew McChesney, who smoked that RBI double into deep center field. 0-4 performance against the Oaks, and you mentioned striking out in 6 of the 7 games, and he's played in multiple strikeouts in 4 games. Haven't seen one yet. He's the 0-1. That one's belted right to the second baseman, Dylan Cordick.
L4
That'll do it. With the bottom of the 6th inning, we'll head to the top of the 7th. The Saints leading this one, 8-1. Evan Davis out of back here for Saints baseball.
Arroyo Seco Saints 8, Academy Barons 1.
told you guys today was the day. I believe.
Yeah. I just realized that I was watching his first hit. I was like, holy smokes.
Wait, you just realized?
Yeah.
I knew it was happening today.
No, I realized like after he got the hit, I was like, oh shoot.
He just made another 15 minute home. Dude, you would. Ryan's got how many points in the rankings do I get if you walk the home? I'll give you 5. 5? I've never Wait, are you? Do we have the word on the Sands from last game?
I'm trying to find it.
Bro, the Oaks didn't back. It took back their first like 5 games. But then like upload it. It's like one day, then a week ago. They didn't upload every single game.
Yeah, of course.
So it could be a lot. I'll tell you about it. I don't have to do tonight. You tell us. Low key tonight, what I'll do is just go through and I'll just sift through and like figure out the runs, figure out the. Because I think I have to. Like legitimately I have to.
For what?
Because I watch the video. No, I have to. After we're done with this, you will be coming to the and we can have I actually can make another account.
Number 28,
Sorry. I wrote it down like pretty fast.
Damien Pasillas? He just get it?
Let me know you're ready.
Number 20, Casino. Like not exist.
I know. I'm not ready.
Casillas?
Are you ready? Ready?
Welcome back to some Saints baseball here at Jack Robinson Field. The Saints lead this one 8-1, and making his first appearance for the Saints this season. The right-handed pitcher from Azusa Pacific University, Damien Pasillas.
Number 27, Aiden Garcia.
Aiden Garcia will step up first for the Barons.
Pasillas teammates with Kobe, Tyler Burgess, Jake Vargas. The Saints have a slew of guys from Azusa Pacific on the roster. He's just a rising sophomore. He's got a changeup and sinker alongside his fastball and curveball, and he's going to throw all of those.
Let's see, 19-2 third innings pitch at Azusa Pacific. ERA a little balloon at 10.98 at 0-2.
He gave up 6 runs against Colorado Mesa in 3 2/3 innings. That really boosted that ERA, but a slew of games where he gave up multiple earned runs towards the end of the season, starting to figure out, kind of kept those runs down.
His last 3 starts just gave up 4 earned runs. 1-2 count to Garcia. It's that one. Sent right to the second baseman Cam Conley on to first. 1 up, 1 down. To start the career in the season for Damien Pasillas.
Up next is number 38, Roberto Bueno.
Bueno coming today, only batting 0.56, but had a single in his last at-bat to get his second hit of the season.
We talked about just the struggles for him really coming into tonight. 7 strikeouts and 18 at-bats, just 1 hit being a single. So 2 hits on the season, both singles. Behind 0-1 and now even up at 1-1. Saints will have a much-needed day of rest tomorrow. And what they're going to do on the day, I'll probably catch up on as much sleep as possible as that one.
Probably a combo of sleep, food, maybe some laundry, from the beach. Who knows? It's still probably going to be pretty warm. I mean, it's getting up there in heat, right into late June.
Strike 2 on the swing, and Saints will travel back to Compton to play the Barons on the 25th, and then they'll welcome Santa Barbara Foresters, who they'd like some revenge on after being up 8-2 and losing 12-11 at Santa Barbara. 3-2 count for Roberto Bueno. As that one in there for strike 3, Bueno was tossing his bat and taking off.
Call strike 3, Damien Pasillas.
Pasillas with 2 up, 2 down.
Yeah, if there's ever a game to try and get
For the Barons, number 3,
Saints.
All right, hello and welcome everyone live from Jackie Robinson Field here in Pasadena. Evan Davis joined alongside Adam Beck, and it's the home opener for the Arroyo Seco Saints. Looks like it will hit into the gap. Yes, it will, and it will score a run.
pitching for the Academy Barons from Colorado Christian University, number 23, Anthony Thomas.
Let me know.
Bottom of the 7th inning, and a new pitcher on the mound for the Academy Barons, the right-hander Anthony Thomas from Huntington, California, Colorado Christian. 4th inning of work underway for him as the top of the order is due. Jacob Sharp to lead things off. Cam Conley on deck, and Nick Lazara in the hole. Jacob Sharp laced that RBI double to left center field in his last at-bat. 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs tonight. As that first pitch connecting on, and right into the glove of the center fielder, Zach Freeman. So 1 pitch, 1 out to start things off for Thomas.
Jacob Sharp. I don't know what the coordinates for Jacob Sharp. That's kind of a downturn for him, but I mean, he's still been able to find ways to be productive at the top of this lineup. Conley continuing to add to his RBIs early in this game with that sac fly early in his second at bat.
Thomas behind 1-1 count. Coming here for ball 2.
That one looked a little awkward for Thomas. Might get checked on. Threw that one right into the ground.
His arm didn't feel after that.
No, I mean, we're getting in the middle here. Scary moment there. Just kind of.
The only thing I think is Tommy John, anytime I see that, I don't know why, just you see it so much lately. Where those arms just strains.
Yeah, scary moment here. Takes the ball back from the umpire. Probably going to try and throw one here to just test that out. He feels comfortable. Looks like he's going to. Definitely get an opportunity to warm up and stretch and try to get a good, but that ball just held him to the ground and just kind of like, almost felt like he didn't have something. Looks to be okay though. Seems pretty normal from him.
I'm just scared seeing him go right for his arm.
I don't know if it's maybe something with the mound or the rubber he doesn't like.
As a coach of the Barons and the players as well, so kind of scraping some stuff off the mound. Looks like he's okay.
Praise the bird.
Count 2-0 for Cam Conley, who's 0 for 1 in this one with the strikeout, looking his first at bat, sac fly, and a walk.
7-game pitch streak, hanging in the balance. I mean, we went 1 for 5 yesterday with 2 strikeouts. I mean, the strikeouts have mounted. He's got 5 in his last 3 games coming in now, to 6 in his last 4 games. Watches that ball on top.
Count 3-0 to Conley, who 7-game hit streak, most likely his last at bat was another huge inning offensively for the Saints. There's a 3-0 in there for strike 1.
It's definitely on the other half there, testing Conley's plate discipline.
It's a 3-1, just a bit low and outside, so back-to-back appearances for the walk. For Cam Conley.
When the world seems to shine like you've had too much wine, like swollen. Bells will ring, tingle-ling-a-ling, tingle-ling-a-ling, you'll sing the
Let's get the batter's box for this one. And on first, Cam Conley 1 out. Jacob Sharp flew out to deep center field, and the first pitch he saw Lazara. First pitch he sees, broke a single. Runners will just advance 90 feet. Bring up Ryan
Number
Scott.
35.
4-game hit streak. Lazara there, that time was that single towards right field. Ryan Scott still searching for his first multi game of the season. He's got 40 hits on the year, but it's going to be the game where he gets 2-1.
We'll see a lot of first. We saw Eli Watson get his first of the season. Maybe we'll see Ryan Scott get his first multi-hit game. Yeah, that's looked a lot better as of late. Hour and a half for ball 1.
And just, you know he's capable of it because he had 7 home runs, 31 RBIs at Incarnate Word in 2024 with a 444 on base percentage.
Thomas checks back in, Conley will fire. That one just stand by Cordiff with keep runners. And first and second, seeing the aggressive base running from the Saints throughout the entire season. Scott helps that one deep center field. Conley just race back to second. Lopez trying to get back into the hit column. 3-1. That one just outside for ball 4. So another walk issued by
Stepping up to the
Thomas.
plate
Now the base
is
loaded.
number 4.
Eli Watson.
And Watson with 3 really great at-bats today. And, you know, there's an opportunity for him here in this moment. 2 outs, bases loaded. You know, he's a lefty. So at right field, that's over there. 3:45 to right. I'm just going to put it out there. I'm just going to say that. That's all I'm going to say.
1 for 3 tonight. Thomas flings the first pitch upstairs for ball 1. Worth waiting on deck. Thomas already issuing 2 walks this inning with a hit. Saw the Saints struggle with the bases loaded. Their last home game was that one in there for strike 1. The bases loaded twice in their 7-4 loss against these Barons. And, you know, a chance to right the wrong. As Thomas shrugs off the first 2. And the 1-1 offer, that one upstairs for ball 2.
Just off the edge there. Watson disciplined in this plate appearance, just waiting for a pitch to hit. Obviously, the bases loaded, an opportunity to add to his RBI total. He's already got 1 this season on a walk he had.
And Thomas just took a really awkward fall on the mound, count 3-1, but we saw dealing with the mound must be going on. Thomas frustrated with himself, but you can see in pain as the trainers for the Saints come out.
And this is the second time this inning we've seen something like that, right? What was the arm? Some people taking up the front of the mound, maybe. Something.
There's got to be something with his, once he lands, or maybe if there's like something in the dirt, maybe like a hole. We're here on the bottom of 7 minutes. The first time we've really seen something like this happen in the game, so we just can't make assumptions.
Because, you know, normally, let's say there's a shooting match, something wasn't quite right, you would have seen it in the first, right? Where either the starter Nathan Burns or Taylor Rex. I mean, it just wouldn't happen. But it's kind of weird that now you've got something happening in the 7th inning, which really only happens with Anthony Thomas on the bump. I don't know if maybe an injury had him in earlier, that maybe there's something that he's a little bit uncomfortable with on the bump. But once again, another scary situation, just kind of fell to the ground there.
They're calling in bullpen arm. You got feel for Thomas. He's able to walk under his own power. Cheers in the crowd, just at least seeing that he's okay enough to walk without any assistance. You saw the tumble that he took. He's happy to see that he's okay, getting some high fives from his teammates in the dugout. So, new pitcher and left-handed pitcher entering in for the Barons. And as the Barons get things situated, we'll send this one for a quick break. The Saints lead each one at the bottom of the 7th inning with Eli Watson on a 3-1 count.
It's just my shuffle's better. The 7th inning.
What do you mean, though?
The website has 4 lists. I've got 5.
Who is this?
Yeah, his last tweet appears to be.
Jimmy Butcher. Continuing in that, that is number 4.
Is that number 4, Eli Watson? In a 3-1 count, as the left-hander Jimmy Welsher comes in to replace the injured Anthony Thomas. We hope Thomas is okay. He was able to walk to the dugout without any additional assistance. Welsher, you know, his 5th game, already 7 2/3 innings so far, 6 strikeouts to just 1 walk. It's 3-1 upstairs, so that will walk in a run.
RBI
Eli Watson with the RBI.
Taking Kevin Conley.
How did that game for Eli Watson? 1 for 3. The walk.
And set up for the Saints, number 9, Peter Ward.
Does that walk get charged on? I've never really seen a situation like that, but nonetheless, Eli Watson picks up an RBI. Peter Worth now with the base loaded. He walked in his last step out as well. As Welsher issued a first pitch ball. Welsher from New Mexico Highlands University. It's worth a swing. I miss on that one. Not even that one.
His dad's sitting right behind home plate. Chair out there throwing, pinned against the fence. Filming this one.
Welcher last appeared on June 20th versus the Riptide. Came in from inning into 2/3. Faced 6 batters, struck out 2, no hits, no runs allowed. Off-speed pitch just outside for ball 2 and quick mound visit. Allow Peter Work to breathe. Saints lead this one 9-1. Bottom of the 7th inning. Saints 6-3 on the season. In for win number 7. Barons have been struggling a little bit this season. We're hearing them now. Picked up a win in a slugfest 10-14 against the Pirates last night. It's worth assuming in that one. Count back to even at 2-2. Riding a 2-game winning streak are the Academy Barons. After losing 4 in a row. So the roller coaster of the season for them. It's the 2-2. That one outside. Nice snag by Garcia. The count runs full.
It's also a good take by Worth there, and that ball was testing its ways to come back in, just staying outside the entire way. And it would be easy for Worth to try and chop at that one in the 2-2 count that lays up. Full count payoff pitch here with base loaded.
Maybe 9-9-1 doesn't have the aggressiveness to swing as the 3-2. That one fouled off. The count remains the same.
Good little battle here between Worth and Belcher.
I love Peter once that time to breathe. Take your time. That's Peter after getting years on the other day. It's the 3-2. He held up.
RBI walk.
RBI walk for
Scoring.
Peter Work.
Bazada.
Back-to-back walks and back-to-back versus the takes up an RBI. And one to short.
Easton Elliott.
3 today.
Welcher, 7 pitches, 5 balls. Easton Elliott holds up. So we count 1-0. That walk was issued to Thomas, so Welcher shoots his first. Easton Elliott laid a beautiful one single, laces that one just over the glove of Dylan Vina. That'll score a pair. Easton Elliott picking up another
2 RBI single by Easton Elliott for Adrian Davis and John Watson.
Doubling his RBI total on the year in just one swing of the bat.
Batting is
Over the glove of the shortstop. It's just a beautiful season. That baseball, letting that one kind of blow over there and brings runs in. I wonder if maybe it's more opportunity at third base as this season, especially with Tyler Gordon.
Drew McChesney with Rihanna blasting as he steps up. For the corners as McChesney laces that one down the third base line. That'll be fair as runners score. Will be a 2-run RBI double for McChesney as Easton Elliott flashing
Drew
speed.
McChesney with a 2
continues to
RBI
win.
double. Scoring.
That's now 3-4 for McChesney with all 3 hits. Coming with the line.
Had 4 RBIs for McChesney. Only had 1 pitch this game. We were waiting for this to come out. We were waiting for McChesney to take that lead in this game. He got 4 RBIs, 2 base hits. He picked up a bunch of base hits. That time, that ball was beautifully just past the third base line over the bag and kind of no man's land foul territory down the left field line.
What a response from the Saints in this one after just the offense not really making an appearance. The runs just continuing to balloon. Now 6 runs in the inning. That one just outside for ball 1. Jacob Sharp. I just was Drew McChesney. We saw him batting at the top yesterday against the Oaks. Struggled a bit of 4-2 strikeouts. What a response by him. 3 for 4, 4 guys, pardon me, in 2 doubles is what I meant to say. But just great response here. Some guys might tear off still, just mentally just struggling, and Drew McChesney responding greatly.
I mean, he struck out in 6 of 7 games this season coming into tonight. If he doesn't have a strikeout tonight, I doubt the Saints will get to that point of the line. 14 runs on board, which I believe is a season high.
Chart in there for the 5th time. RBI double to left center. Pair of ground out, pair of RBIs in this one, ground out, pair of fly outs, and that one just fouled off to the count. It still remains 2-2.
The game of baseball is quite funny. I mean, the Barons yesterday put up 14 runs, and today they put up 1.
They did surrender 10. You see pitching issues still mount, as well as the defense. I'm sorry, yes, you're right. It's just a game of baseball, 14 each.
Sharp swinging that one. McChesney probably a little unhappy as he was scampering over there to third base.
Stolen base, no more. And McChesney gives Sharp an earful with that. Jimmy Balsher just trying to get out of this inning. The Saints 2-out merchants. 2-2, that one. Connected into center field. It'll drop for a base hit. How about another hit for Sharp? Makes that 2 for 5.
And I'm honestly surprised. I mean, that's been on the score there. I thought it was honestly near 4-5. And he just kind of was over there after base. So now when you almost think that he should have come up with 4.
Thankfully, the lead is 13. But now Cam Conley up. walked in his last 2 at-bats, so currently 0 for 1 still, as that one grounded right back to the pitcher, Wilshire. He'll fling on to first and get out of the inning. Saints lead this one 14-1. Gets to the top of the 8th inning. Beck Davis and Adam Beck here for Saints baseball.
In that bottom 7th, the Arroyo Seco racked up a total of 6 runs, 4 hits, and 2 on base. The total of 11 batters up. On the 8th inning, Arroyo Seco Saints up 14-1.
Yo, let's get Mike's on the mound set. Let's have a little showing up on the action.
Oh my god, it's happening! Everyone see what's happening! It's not Jake Vargas. Hey! We love you.
Let's strike any pitcher. That's it.
Okay, but we throw the first pitch.
It's not good.
Ladies and gentlemen, now pitching for the Arroyo Seco Saints from Azusa Pacific University,
The place is unreal.
Jake
Yo, June 7th is the roster tonight.
I know. That's not his task.
On the way to debut, 24 Jake Vargas from the Arroyo Seco University. There you can see him pitching. Take his 5th year, he's in California. He'll go 2-3-4 here, meaning the top back free center fielder. And for his 4th at-bat, a single and ground out in the block. Jake Vargas pitching outside for ball 1.
We're just taking 13 tackles for form at the Zoo.
Jake Vargas is making our beloved announcer just uses words outside that for strike 1. You see the strikeout to walk ratio, 26 cases, just 4 losses in 2023, 62 third inning pitch. Once back 294 against his out and outside for ball 2.
Or at the same time, it was to do it home run ball, 6 home runs. At the Zoo.
2-1 just outside for ball 3. So Freeman looking 3-1 count to Vargas, making his first appearance.
Bring up on a 5-game hit streak after that single left. Putting things up in the first.
That one in there, we are half 4 strike 2, the count full.
Oh, that's a beautiful pitch from Vargas. There's painting that low edge.
14-1, 4-6, 3-2. That one in there, strike 3. That's been big G.
How about his first batting goal? Nice job from him.
Each strikeout over there, Evan Davis season Arroyo Seco works back to the 3-1 count. They had Freeman to strike out, first strikeout of the game for both Freeman and for Vargas. Dylan Nina steps up, 0-3. In there, strike 1. Nina, his start tonight this season has been the Saints just 2 for 11 with 4 strikeouts, overall batting 33 on season. That one in there, strike 2. Vargas fires the 0-2. That one straight is strike 3. Nina goes down the speed. Catch a game for Nina. They have 2 first out.
Here is number
4 Ks,
26.
3 games against the Saints at Dylan Corey Cup.
All right, hello and welcome everyone live from Jackie Robinson Field here in Pasadena. Evan Davis joined alongside Adam Beck, and it's the home opener for the Arroyo Seco Saints. Looks like it will hit into the gap. Yes, it will, and it will score a run.
Whoever said that, Bobby, oh my God, you're replaced. First time, no. Go back to home. You're being replaced. Dude, you're a D1 instigator. Ow, you're a sneaky D1. You're a D3 instigator and D1. That's you. That's you. You're a D3 instigator. Turn my glass on. It's filthy. Turn my glass on. Turn my glass on.
On the 8th race is number 18.
Get your mouth for Barons. Right here. His second appearance. 1-8, 3 hits, 3 runs. No, 8, 6, 7. Leaving off Chitter as they call Godfather, Nick Lazard. This hit that was crushed off the bat into center field at the warning track wall. It's out here. Nick Lazara with a solo shot. Look like Clayton being caught by Zach Green. Just raises over the right center field wall. And he's reaching on one. And on two, Lazara was blocking extra like this. I'm pretty back the wall. Last his first home here is going to be today. Nick Lazara had herself a game. He's 3-0. He's alive. He felt like he felt like he made a mistake. At one ball for Richard. He's talking about that in the bat this way. This time come back, get the job done. It's just 2 game, but nonetheless, big odds for Nick Lazara. He avenged himself. Zach Green robbed him extra bases in the last 2 games ago, but these 2 teams played confident. Now really smooth on 4. It's allowed 4 earned runs. As the ERA continues to move for him. Ryan stopped up in the dish with the time. Double to right. Straight out. Deep fly to center field that just hit the one track. His last at bat. It's going to count 1 down upstairs for ball 2. Just searching for that first ball that hit. Beginning of the season. First streak of games now with hits out of the hit yesterday. So it's a triple on the right field line. That pitch just was the outside. Strike 1. Saints up 15-1. We saw about 9 runs in their last 2 games. The offense really was starting to explode. Out in the dirt. Count up 3-1. When we talked to Gio Tenio after his last game, he was just saying how the offense, like, anyone goes up, the team feels confident in saying sometimes you have the guys that you might not want a situation like with players scoring position, but this way this team loaded from top to bottom. Ryan Scott takes a walk. He's on base for the second time. Hope for 2, and run out and strike out that play. Dude, on the shoes, his first walk. Nobody out, first 2 batter, I think, for Saints. Lopez holds up on first pitch. Or so we thought. Strike 1. Lopez looking for his first hit of the night. Reach base once, that was his last at bat. He has a walk. It's an 0-1 out just outside, so count back to even. Watson in on deck. Look at the hit that he had to say, going. We talk about the brother, everyone's standing up. Yeah, you just feel the reason you're in the press box. So that's switch another one. But, as soon as that ball gets into the field, everyone feels like clapping their hands, excited for Watson. And we talk about the brother and the 15 guys, the band brothers, the Saints, see down that boom. Swing to go. Lopez struck up swinging in his first at bat, down 1-2, and count to go on that one. It's connected to the third base and off the glove of Bueno. So Lopez advances to first on the air. Here's by Watson, who's reached base in his last 2 at-bats. Single to center field and walked in run. Credited the hard guy. Honestly, might have 3 hits. He had that deep fly out to center field that was just caught from running tracks. Not enough air time. The 1-0 that one low side of ball 2. So Dude's still looking for that first out as the Barons tack on another error, make the 5th error of the game. And then we talked about how the teams tonight leading CCF. Yeah, both teams had issues defensively. I was impressed with the other teams on Friday. Barons had no errors in that first game. 6 errors, and last night they had 3 or 4 of them. And this team's had errors throughout the year. Tonight it's like that. 3-0 offering to Watson in that one. Just gets the inside corner for struck 1. Watson, like Junior, Arizona Community College, 50 games played, 19 average, 29 RBIs. That one outside part of the plate now. As Guzman's working on both corners, Wilson's ready to toss that back to dugout, so Guzman gets back into it after shooting 3 balls. Yeah, so it's had outside on that outer edge. Surprised that one covers right. That one is for sure a ball. 7-2 deep. So Guzman's second block issue, and that's Watson's second white game. Peter number 9. In the last at-bat, 2 walks on the night for him in his first 2 games. That's a goal in his first at-bat. 2 hours. Watson's second baseman. And second at-bat, that Watson. Now the base loaded. Yes, no out. Back into the base of the last 9 rounds. Here no out. Since continue to pass the stats here, the 14 on me. Worth swings out the first pitch. That one popped up to the first baseman. And that will be out number 1. Andrew Kirchner makes a grab. He's a team walking back. And we're going to discuss. First out. Cheater will walk out of the dugout. Elliott got 2 run RBI single. Last at bat. As he belts the first pitch in right field, that'll score at least 1. As Lopez comes around to score, so another 2 run RBI single. Throws to Elliott.
Right on the shot.
4 RBI from him. And Chris just pleasure RBI. Struggling to start the CCL campaign. And the hit ball and acted on base. Watson hit on base 3 times. They struck once. You got Chesney Allen on before 9 to base. This line not much. After 2 games, 9 back base with offensively and pitch the hour path for strike 1. Guzman allowed 2 hits, 2 walks in this one. Saints lead 17-1. The most strikes they've scored in the game this season. As the 1-1-2. Chesney low inside for ball 2. Chesney has recorded on 9 3 of the at-bats. The only at-bat that he didn't reach base was he smoked a line out to the second baseman. The count here is 1 out. And McChesney, that one's tilted to deep right field.
looked good off the bat, but we'll advance. As Eli Watson trucks to third. My God, that was smoke.
Yeah, that's absolutely it's surprising beat.
Get Chart up for the 6th time. It's going to get last at back out. Single in left field. Another RBI. They got 18-1. Chart was his third RBI. But Cam Johnson.
The two guys still without hits.
That first pitch inside for ball 1. Cam Conley, nice enough to the last one game. Never knew how he got his arms to hear that it was while you were training. Always stinks. He holds up ball 2. So he was pitching motion. I wanted to try to work on straight throw taps for the first base and do it right away. Out for a year. But he return. As he connects on a pitch out and will just fall into right field. He's still able to hold up at third. So a single. He gets his first hit of the night. Now it's out.
Well, so right side
I feel so bad.
Well, start next to
Figure it out.
Receiver side, number 33, Casey Molina.
Bro, this name is like the Saints have batted around, and Nick Lazar setting up the second time this inning. First pitch, solo home run to right center field. Backward just missed it as pitch change here for the Bears as Casey Molina on the mound. Was pitching the game against the OC retired. This is a stat line that I don't think I've ever seen. 1/3 innings pitch, 1 strikeout, 5 runs, all unearned for hits. It's quickly ahead 1 here to Lazara. That one outside ball 1.
Yeah, another game where this Baron squad with 6 heroes.
And where they happened. Lazara, 2 RBIs tonight. That one in there for Shark 2. Lazara out back. Little conversation with the umpire. Saints just playing on beat down here and passing up 18-1, 2 after the bottom of the 8th. Pitch, that one, just inside.
You know, it's a lot of others matter having 6 players this opportunity. I mean, Lazar here and he's loaded. Opportunity to add to the yes.
Offer, that one smoked to right field. And we thought we might have seen 2 home runs in 2 innings, the same innings. And he's scares me. Around that, okay, to the top of the 9th inning. 6 up 18-1 right there. Out of Beck. Saints in good position for their second season here against you. Bro, is it? Who else? Chest broke. They both there was a day game and they were supposed to be Jake Argus for the 10. What's he call it?
From Dallas Baptist University, it's number 13, Aiden It was over
top of the 9th inning game. He is all now for the Saints. And there's 1-3 games. So our before he catches out 6 blocks. It's like 5 ERA. Transfer portal. Now back to University. Jack Burke to lead off. Over 3 tonight. That guy. 2 minutes strike out. Swing the first pitch. Down to the ball. He's Elliott. Down to right side. To the ball. One hit. And Elliott will go over for base entire game. They a couple of guys. Andrew Kirchner. All down to the quarter side. Is he half now? Was the purple slider? We thought it was going to back ball. He's a single ball. It's far away. Outside for ball 1. Andrew Kirchner.
show that you still got it, and putting 18 runs on the scoreboard definitely boosts the stats, boosts the confidence. Like overall, just a great win from top to bottom. I mean, Caleb Reyes, even dominant too early on, gave up that solo shot to start things off, and then after that, played flawlessly as well as the rest of the pitching staff. You got 3 Azul-Pacific guys making opportunities and good jobs on the bump. Overall, good pitching, good offense. Obviously, 18 runs you're playing with, but top to bottom, this is a big win for the Saints in terms of establishing the mojo they had early on the season. You get like that from the game, you make that content onto trying to straight win with 3 losses.
So the Saints, 18 runs on 15 hits, Barron's 1 run, 5 hits, 5 errors. Jack Robinson Field, Evan Davis, contact, and producer David Matamoros. We thank you very much for tuning in to Saints Baseball Games, which is 7-3 on the in-campaign scene in Compton on Tuesday night. 73. Oh, shoot. Okay, never seen it. Okay, because OC was on 7-3.